Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 190. We are 90% of the way towards the next century of episodes. Guys, in today's episode, we are going to be starting the grind towards icon swap objectives for this time around for Season 5. If you do enjoy, do me a favour and hit that thumbs up. You've still been absolutely knocking that support out of the park. If you can keep that going by smashing that thumbs up, that would be amazing. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. Click the little noti bell and then leave me a nice little comment down below. You can type whatever you fancy. So we're going to start things off. I got bronze 2 in squad battles. I really grinded for that this week, you know. No, I think I needed to get, in order to get into week 1 silver, I needed to play 1 squad battles match. So I just played 1 game, got 1500 rank points on beginner or whatever it was, and then that was all I did. So yeah, we weren't ever expecting much from that. We get a little gold pack. It adds a couple of players to the team or to the club, and then we can move on from there. So I will just, qualify for the weekend league next weekend. We are only at 6,000 rivals rank points. So in order to claim rank 2 this week, we are going to have to play a fair bit of online icon swaps stuff in order to get our division rivals points, which is fine because this is the first squad that we are going to use. This is my French Ligue 1 side. 9 first owners there, and then, well, actually 11 first owner players, but Alexandro can fit in and Coman can fit in, which really saves my defense a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. So that will still count as a 9 first owner Ligue 1 players, and actually it will go towards the win 5 games with 11 first owners, which is brilliant. So we're kind of killing 2 birds with 1 stone right off the get-go. So a really, really solid team to come up against. Like in the very first match that I was going for this, and I was like, oh no, is this really how it's going to be? Obviously icon swaps objectives, this is the 3rd set that we're doing now, so I figured maybe some people have just really been storing up those players and they're waiting, they've been ready, and they've got loads of crazy red players and stuff. But hey, we had at least got back into this match after basically gifting him the very first goal with the terrible pass from my defender. It was a very good player. It was actually a viewer as well. I saw a message literally the next day. I didn't check my messages. Sorry, bro. Otherwise, I would have, of course, messaged you back. But yeah, I was staying away from the messages because icon swaps kind of get toxic, and I just can't be bothered to get like annoyed by someone when I lose if they send me some sort of sarky message. So this game at the moment was at 2-2. I nearly go ahead there. Bernardo Silva just about missing, heading that wide of the post. But at half-time, I would say even match, probably in the slight favour of my opponent. He had this he brought on this substitute Messi, and obviously it turned out to be the 97 Messi. So to be fair, I guess you're probably watching this. You are a madman for doing an SBC that expensive, coming from the guy that did the 2 million coin Neymar SBC. But I guess, yeah, like that's crazy. I hope that Messi's a good player for the amount that he costs. I eventually rage quit once my opponent goes 2 goals up on me. I have this sort of stance when I'm doing the icon swap objectives, is that like a lot of the time I'll give it the good old college try, unless someone is clearly just using like a crazy team with Hullet and R9 and whatnot, which you come up against every now and again, and they're just not trying to do objectives. I'm basically trying to play other people that are doing their objectives as well, so that hopefully in the end at least one of us will come away with benefiting. And if I go 1-0 down, sometimes I'll quit. 2-0 down, most of the time I'll quit. But again, we'll give it the good old try. And sometimes people are like that as well, you know. There's a lot of people out there that sort of play the first goal wins type thing. Because you'll notice as we go through this video here that some people do quit even when I just get the first goal, especially if it's like an early goal. So yeah, like we go 1-0 up in this one. This guy wanted to play on, and of course that's absolutely fine. He was a competent enough player, but I'm pretty sure this is the match where I had genuinely so many attempts on goal, and Like, it just wasn't going in. I should be scoring that. Like, I know headers are broken this year, but that should be going in from the free kick there with Bernardo Silva should be heading that one home, no doubt about it. I just don't understand how it doesn't go in. But hey, Ronaldo is able to get a little bit of space free and just whip that one into the back of the net with a little finesse shot. There you go. 18 shots, 14 on target in the first half. My opponent had 2 shots on target and managed to score a goal. Great. But yeah, and it's 2-1, so we're not in the clear here. And actually, he does end up going through and scoring a goal 8 minutes into the second half, and it's 2-2. His Werner scored again, so I'm just like, okay, I am really going to lose even more of my hairline by playing the icon swaps, aren't I? It just really stresses me out. But we got the 3-2 goal. You know, this is also against 10 men as well. Like, this guy got sent off pretty early on. He gets through again with Timo Werner, that man, and knocks it back to Stevie G. Gerrard that he'd brought on, I'm pretty sure. I don't think he was in his starting 11. He might have been, though. I came up against that Gerrard quite a lot for some reason in this little session. But we were able to make it 4-3 with CR7. And then Neymar is going to eventually play it out to Gelson Martins, back to Ronaldo, or to Ronaldo, back to Neymar, and then into the back of the net. And then we're finally 2 goals clear with not too long to go. And my opponent, I guess, had enough at that point. He decided to head out of that game, and we get another one of our victories. But yeah, this is it's not easy. Yeah, it's really I'm really struggling with all of this. Even when I have so many shots, it's so difficult to be really clinical and end up coming away with huge wins. I find that my opponents just keep coming back at me. So this guy's obviously doing another one of the objectives, someone that also understands that, you know, one of us has got to come away with the victory, right? So when I get through in the first couple of minutes and it ends up going out and he pauses it, I figure, oh, he's making a couple of substitutes. No, he's just going to quit. That right there is the worst kind of person. I really dislike that. Just like give the other guy the win. If you're that desperate to get out of there and relegate, just give the other person the win, man. It doesn't take, you know, any time at all. Just stop being toxic. IMO anyway. But hey, then again, I'm sure there's been times where I've just paused and quit if I felt some sort of like reason that I didn't want that guy to win or something. So we've all been there, we've all done that. Maybe we give that guy a little second chance. And hey, anyway, it comes good for us in the end because we go into the next match. We go 1-0 up and he pauses and quits. So even though time was wasted in the last one there, it was sort of regained by getting a 3-minute FIFA rage quit there. And that was actually our 15th win of the week, which completes player days for us. And that is going to offer out a rare mega pack as well as the prime goal players pack that we'd earned. I also earned one of the milestones, which was just a 2 gold players pack or something from getting goals with CR7 in Rivals. We unlock a Prime Icon Moments or an Icon Moments Del Piero, which is nice. Whether or not we'll get a chance to use him at some point, hopefully we will. I just find that I stack up loans in my club and never really use them. So hopefully we'll get a chance to at least give him a go at some point. I'll make sure I complete the objectives for him, mainly for the XP that it gives you, and I'll do that in friendlies, and so we'll be able to keep the amount of games that we've got to maybe use him as a substitute in the weekend league or something at some point, because, you know, as we knew from the last weekend league, we come up against Del Piero maybe once or twice, but quite a lot of Maldinis. So yeah, like I just think maybe at some point it might be worth just using the icon loans. I don't know really what I'm saving them for. All of that, like the first 2 pages of players in my clubs are all loans, and I guess some of them I am saving for icon swaps. Like we're going to use Mertens today, the shapeshifter Mertens. But other than that, I don't know really what I'm saving them up for. So we're going to get boards here. It's actually just going to be a team of the week, I'm pretty sure. So no walkout or anything. It's French left wing from Stade Rennais, which is going to be Tate, 82 rated. It's untradeable, but hey, it's an 82 rated inform that I'm sure there'll be an SBC which requires an 84 squad with an inform at some point, and I'll be able to use him just as a little bit of fodder. And there was also an 85 in the pack, so I'll take that. And a whole bunch of squad fitnesses, so not a bad little rare mega pack that. All just for winning 15 games of FIFA this week, which of course we pretty much do every single week because we get to 14 wins in the weekend league. So it doesn't take a whole lot more after that, does it? So they were essentially free packs for anyone that plays the weekend league, I guess, which is brilliant. So that almost like instead of the extra red player picks, we got extra packs this week. Let me know down below what you find to be more worthwhile and what you prefer. Do you prefer the extra red pick or extra 2 red picks or whatever it was, or would you actually just prefer to get like a Premium Gold Players Pack, a Mega Pack, a Prime Gold Players Pack, and a Rare Mega Pack? Those are 4 pretty solid packs for getting 15 wins in any game mode this week. So props for that, in my opinion. I think they were very good pack rewards. So we find ourselves 2-0 up here, and this game was just getting away from my opponent. So there's no surprise when I see him quitting at 2-0, and we can just go ahead and move on. I don't know where we're at right now, like how many we've got, or if we've switched teams, because I haven't really been paying attention. So we move on into the next game. We come up against another one of the UCL sides. I'm pretty sure we're yet to change squad. So I think this is probably the final win we need for Ligue 1. Feel confident when I come up against a squad like this, I'm not going to lie, and we end up getting through. So before we'd even made our substitutes and the formation had switched, we end up getting through with Renato Sanchez, and he ends up chipping the goalkeeper brilliantly. So I pause it to make my changes, and he decides to quit. So another really, really quick one, which I think is going to give us the 4th win for our Ligue 1 side, meaning that we've got 1 extra icon swap. So we've already got 1 token, haven't we, which we got for winning 12 games of Foot Champs. This is going to be token number 2 for getting 4 wins with 9 first owner Ligue 1 players. We also, in the midst of that, got 4 out of 5 win 5 games with 11 first owner players. We're not going to continue on with that one today. We're going to switch over to the Serie A squad, and that's not going to increase the progress of the win with 11 first owners, because Cristiano Ronaldo is in this team, and obviously I purchased him. So Edwin van der Sar and Cristiano Ronaldo are the only 2 there that aren't first owner Serie A players, so that's still going to work for us. But we can go on into our first game with this. Tomiyasu is going to play at right back. For any of you that were wondering when you just saw that 5 at the back team, it's going to go to 4-2-2 as always. So I was going to take off Malqui. I was going to take off Haterboa, and I was also going to take off Lautaro Martinez. Those 3 are coming off. And Tierney's coming on at left back. Tomiyasu goes right back with Smalling and Murillo as a centre back. So pretty solid defence. Alexandro moves up to a CDM with Allen in the 4-2-2. Figured that might be quite interesting and fun to try. And then we have like Haterboa comes off for Bernardo Silva at cam. We've got Mertens as another cam, and then Neymar comes up top with Cristiano Ronaldo. So we've at least got our main front line and stuff. And instead of it being Bernardo Silva sometimes, I used Atal sometimes as well, you know. Just to change it up a little bit, because I haven't been using my shapeshifter Atal today. Because in the French Ligue 1 squad, I needed a right back, so I've been using my Footmas Atal over the shapeshifter one, because that fits the position better for that squad. So we come away with a 4-1 victory. This one went really, really sweaty. So I was 3-1 up for the longest time, and this guy went constant pressure and really pressed me, which is quite fun to play against, but obviously it's quite nerve-wracking. Way, way, way better than someone just sitting back and doing nothing. So I have to give my opponent props for doing that. But finally, when that happens, we were able to break once and get that final goal just to win this match, and it felt good. It felt like I'd really rode the storm in that match there, and come away with a nice deserved victory. So we go 1-0 up fairly early in this match right here. I mean, we're able to get a second goal there with Neymar, so we're 2-0 up, and looks like we're cruising, you know. Get through with Neymar once again, just ball roll and then tap that one into the back of the net. I guess he thought he'd covered the angle with the defender and the goalkeeper, but we gone with the ball roll, and it worked in our favour. So we come away with a 3-0 victory there. So all is well at the very start of the Serie A stuff. We're getting a couple of victories, but it did go to absolute. Oh, it went to bad places yesterday. Like, well, when I was playing this for you guys, so it's yesterday by the time you're watching this, but when I was playing this, man, ooh, there were a few rage quits. I reckon probably in total we probably dropped 100 or 200 skill rating just from so like I said, I pretty much give every single game a good go, and then if we're losing heavily or whatever, then we'll just leave. So from that, and from losing games and from drawing a couple of games and stuff, we ended up going down 100 or 200 skill rating, which is unfortunate, but hopefully, if anything, it makes it a little bit easier along the line. But what we did do is make sure that if we were going to rage quit, that my opponent who was doing the objectives were at least in the lead, because there's no point in neither of us getting the objectives done. You might as well just let the other guy have it, right? At least in my opinion, anyway. Try and make the mode as least toxic as possible. It is what I'm trying to promote here. But anyway, we move on. Into the next one where this guy's got his Bundesliga squad. He's going for that. He's got Mbabu at centre-back, the lone one. I've still got that. I might use him, you know. It might finally be the time for me to use my Mbabu. However, I've got a lone shapeshifter one as well. Ooh, so when we get to the Bundesliga, probably in tomorrow's episode or something, I'm going to have a couple of different versions of Mbabu that I could potentially try, because I've kind of left it, like my Bundesliga and La Liga sides, I'm not too sure about. I don't know, like we submitted quite a lot of stuff for Alexandro the other day, so I don't know exactly where we're at with those squads, how strong they're going to be. I knew the Ligue 1 was probably one of my stronger ones. Premier League's probably okay as well. And La Liga, at least we've got a few good players in the squad, like the defense should be pretty solid. So it's just a case of bringing on our main players and we'll be all right. So that was a wasted match there. Ended up being a 2-2 draw. We just need this one more, you know, for Serie A. So we come up against this guy, and I'm pretty confident when I see that team with some regular golds and stuff that, like, I reckon we can come away with a victory here as long as the opponent's not great. There were lots of games in between that last one and this one, though, because I genuinely just lost so many games in a row, like 4 or 5 games in a row. It was pretty bad for the stress levels, I'm not going to lie. But we go 1-0 up, and Neymar actually ends up putting us 2-0 up. I don't know how that one went in. Normally the goalie saved that. I've got a feeling maybe there was a huge deflection in that shot or something, because otherwise I'm not sure how it would go in. But then almost like an identical kind of goal, but more of a realistic, definite, clinical finish there from CR7 earns us the rage quit, and that one didn't last long. But that gets Serie A done. So from all of those games today, we've come away with 2 more tokens. So we already had 1, now we've got 3. I don't know how many fingers I just held up there. I think that was 4 maybe. But we've got 3. So we are 1/3 of the way towards the Prime Icon pack. You never know. Like, obviously, we've got 3 more of the leagues to do. And if I can do 1 more win with a full first owner squad, which I can most definitely do, we'll get a 4th. We'll get a 4th token there. So we're gonna get there. It's just gonna take a little bit of time. All of those people that maybe didn't play the weekend league and grinded out that Prime Icon pack even for a few days ago, you guys are mental, by the way. But let me know in the comment section who you got. I don't know how you grind that stuff so quick. Maybe I take a different stance on it because, like, obviously I'm a content creator, so I need today's video to be like maybe 1 or 2 of the leagues done. Tomorrow's video should probably be another 1 or 2 of the leagues. I would anticipate us doing our icon pack somewhere in the next week. Maybe, yeah, like probably after the weekend league, I would assume. So we'll see, like, because when the weekend comes around, I'm going to stop playing Rivals because I've got the weekend league to do, and then we need something to fill our weekend, during the week. So that's probably when I would go back to Rivals. So I would assume that this time next week is roughly when we'll start seeing me get that icon pack. So no rush for that one. We'll build the hype over the coming days. We'll have our rewards and stuff coming up over the next couple of days as well. So it'll be interesting to see what we're getting in that and what we actually do get. Maybe today is the day where we'll find out, actually. So that should be pretty interesting. Guys, that's going to wrap things up for today. Do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. We're going for 2,000 likes. If you can make that happen, you'll make my day. Why don't you come and follow me on Twitter and Instagram? The links are in the description below. Most importantly, have a fantastic day. Hope you're all staying safe, clean and healthy, and just genuinely staying well. I will catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.